Even though I'm a mother of cats, or a father. I like cats better than I like dogs. You give them a bark. I feel bad for dogs who don't have a house. You know what I mean?
I'm a cat person.
I just feel bad with that.
I'm a cat person.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's better for a park. You know, what I mean? If you have a dog, you gotta at least have a yard.
I got a dog.
Yeah. You can't stand indoor dogs. I like them little suckers. Yeah. Ankle biters.
I like pedigree
Yeah. Oh, the uncle was? Yeah. The Springer Spaniels are little ones, aren't they?
No, they're
Oh, really?
Oh,
They all like, mix.
kind of black and white, and well, they call it midnight.
I mean, this is basically going to fit. Look, this ain't a bad, this is Eddie Bauer for 40, right? You know what I mean?
You might as well.
Yeah, it's not bad. It'll keep me a little bit warmer. We're about spending $60 on an Eddie Bauer, right?
Where do you stay?
I'm in Southern now, man.
Okay.
Yeah. I ain't on the street. Good down. Probation officer or somebody has to call them first. That's the only way to get in. My probation officer is like, oops, I sent them a message.
Well,
I'm get fry guys because can't sober living.
yeah, but when's the last? Were you?
I've only been in one sober living. That was over in no, yeah.
No, I mean, listen.
Well, because I had the guy in media trying to help me.
How is that? Who's that?
With the not MVP. Remember you met me at MVP with Nigel. Yeah, he was helping me get the post off.
How long?
Over a year.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I think
one up just now.
Her dad?
That's what I need.
Do that and the key that maybe sometimes start and not guarantee anything.
Right. It's never a guarantee, man. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's a different thing. Everybody's for sure under control.
But you want to be accountable and encourage to build fellowship and support, and this is a good thing to do it. But you always have to have a voice, you know. So would you mind reading that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I'm not doing people in that kind of handling, like,
I mean, you always have the option to go to the after center as well. If you want to leave Salvation Army and go to Cecil, because you know a little bit more steady over there. They do have a program that you can bring into it, but then you don't have to do it already understand I mean, it's in the chest over there.
Yeah.
Walk into the access center.
Oh, no, we don't. For housing? Yeah. You know,
Okay, well,
Good job. You just did it. That's all I think about it. It's not bad sweater, right?
no, I think that's good.
It's a little bigger than the Eddie Bauer thing. But, yeah, it works.
It works. Your clothes on your back.
That's right. I don't really have to go out and spend much money. I already spent $50 on group sneakers. But yeah, I was thinking about it, but somebody was talking about how much it costs and stuff like that. And well, maybe I'll give you one of the cheapest ones, you know what I mean? So I don't want to be spending, it made me think about it, using an apartment for that, It's like,
for what?
for like $8.25 a month.
What's your, well, first of all, it's not that much.
Like a room.
Yeah, but you're also,
Is
also, people talk about the well, guess what? Another one is once your water gets shut off, your lights get shut off, you come back and the doors are locked by, what's that person?
the manager or the owner?
No, it's me. They're closed. They're closed.
Oh, yes. Someone said, we're living in an apartment. Well, actually, they took down apartments too.
Yeah, they did.
It's the people that shut off they'll condemn the place.
Yeah.
I
can't remember it, but you can come back and find those signs on the
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, MVP is just like everything else, an organization that's growing, expanding, learning every day. But you're always going to have heat, you're always going to have electric, you're always going to have water, and you always have air conditioning. There's 24/7 maintenance, there's washers and dryers in every house. Like, there's a lot of accommodations that people fail to remember. And the rent is $7.95 a month. And if you went and got a real apartment, it would be more than that.
Oh, yeah.
Like a real
utilities, you gotta get everything turned on. But that's what I'm saying. I was trying to think about a room. The cheapest I've seen is $8.50 for a decent room.
Well, $7.95 for the month. It's not terrible, and it allows you to understand accountability and structure. So that way, and you can also save money that way too.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are ready to get your own place after you graduate or whatever, there are programs as well.
Mm-hmm.
What was your TOC?
Yep.
Amphetamines, opiates?
Oh, alcohol.
Okay. There's less opportunity. Have you ever done heroin?
No.
Okay. Perks?
Not really.
Any pills?
When I was a kid, I got addicted to morphine
Oh, so there.
through the hospital.
You would then apply
Yeah.
for
It's not working.
I know. But it will. And it takes a very long time.
Yeah, they're doing. Someone was talking about how they're doing something about food stamps too. Well, like, this includes people on disabilities that can't work, and he's like, no, if you get up to 18 to 64 years old, if you can walk and be physical and whatever, you don't get a job or something.
Yeah.
You guys do some kind of volunteer work or some kind of.
We got so many conversation.
Yeah.
Please. Please. Because we all know the root of this problem.
Yeah, that's government law. But that's our asshole right now.
I believe it's either 16 or 24 appointments. So it takes a little while. So
you got like 2 weeks before you're out of blackout, right?
Oh no, I'm talking about finally home.
Oh, fine. Yeah.
You can apply. You have to have documentation that you have had a history, and
wow. I'm gonna have that. That's been since I was 12 years old, man.
It's still part of your story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, then. Heard?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm just yeah.
Heard.
Yeah.
It's still part of your journey. I'm working with gateway to other drugs and alcohol.
Pretty much. I have
Right?
to say, because then it was costly because I could get away with it.
Yeah. Well, and
So,
you have to have a shitty breath for a really long time with that cough syrup.
it was more. Actually, it got worse when I started smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, that's
After morphine was gone in my system, I was good. Then, you know how cough syrup all the time used to have alcohol in it anyway, a long time ago. So, you know,
I mean,
I
listen.
liked it because it was sugar and
When you're
you know.
if you do take a suggestion and ask about potentially getting into sober living,
Well, that's what I'm saying. If I could get someone to advocate, I'll
you
do
should
that.
talk to your counselor.
I try. He's busy.
Oh, not right now.
Yeah. I'll talk to you next time. Do one-on-one. Talk to you every 2 weeks at least.
I'll say a prayer for you. I've been out for all these sober living.
Oh, hey, what's the deal with like, isn't it against like client rules? Because I have a real problem with the way Nicole handles shit. The counselor over there, the little short lady.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to go to that. Remember, I was getting angry because I didn't want to be in her stuff anymore.
Yeah.
So I was trying to get into somebody else, and I went to go see the doctor. She's standing outside listening to the conversation. Then I ended up going to jail over a week later, right? And she writes the courts. I'm like, I was done with her. Why is she even in my anything? It wasn't even drug court. It was probation. I violated my probation by getting handcuffed. Whatever, it didn't matter. Even if I didn't go to jail for something else, I would have been violated. But how's she still in it? You know? I dropped her a week and a half before that.
In her defense.
There's no defense. I told her I don't want you as my counselor no more.
Sometimes
Get out of my life.
Sometimes it doesn't always work the way you think it does. And since you had discontinued services with her so recently, the courts may have asked for her. Yeah, 2 weeks is not enough for another counselor to write an update.
That information has her last counselor, so unless they're made aware that.
I didn't get a chance to tell my probation officer I dropped her ass because
Yeah,
that was
so your
her
probation
class.
officer probably reached out to
That was
her
ridiculous.
instead.
Yeah,
The way
And
she is in
probably
there.
CC'd
That was
you and
ridiculous.
counselor.
I couldn't even believe how she treated people. I was done at 3 points. One, she treated people like children in there. 2, she's on the phone and yelling at people for trying to turn their phone off. And I'm like, I'm done. At that point, I was done. The second time I went, I was done. And she's talking about going into my juvenile. I was like, kiss my fucking ass. I was done. You know what I mean? I walked outside and cussed,
Sometimes
but I didn't.
counselors just don't listen.
She didn't get it. She didn't get that I was done with her. I'm done.
okay.
You know,
And that's okay.
and that's it. End of story. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or whatever. It was like 2 weeks later, after like a week and a half after I went to jail, she's still like, of course.
Like I said,
Get a life.
she might
Stop it.
she might be the last one documented in the courts,
Yeah.
and it might be a legal thing. I don't know. You'd have to ask your PO or.
Well, to me, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying to you guys,
Oh, I
you know, that's the way. I ain't going for anything about it. You know what I mean?
I understand.
But it's a violation of a lot of shit to me. You know, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. You know, like you said, I'm not your client, so it's not your thing to do. You know what I mean? So, but you know, it's like if someone dropped you as a counselor. It's over. You know?
Oh, I dropped
You know what I mean?
left and right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But anyhow, I will see you later.
Take
Have
care.
a great day,
Oh,
Brady.
my favorite short girl. All right, take it easy. Thanks for converse. See if you can hook me up with you be my counselor for 5 minutes, and then I'll sign some papers so you can try and get me in there if he's too busy. All right, I'll be here tomorrow. Thanks for the bag, sweetie. Bye, Ronnie.